Hello everyone, it's Lindsay here again with I'm gonna do a carving video. I haven't done a carving video in a long time. I've done 2 painting videos. I don't know if any of you have seen it on my Facebook page, but the bear I did recently, Hillbilly Polar Bear. So today we're actually going to do a carving video because I don't operate a painting page. I operate a carving page. So we're going to be carving a bust. This is like a guy, a hillbilly bust. No, not necessarily a hillbilly. Someone from like the 20s, I guess, would be how I would describe him, I guess. So, first things first, for legal reasons, please, if you do decide to carve, do it safely. That includes, the purchasing of a good carving glove. This is cut resistant rating 5, whatever that means, and then which goes on the hand that you're going to be holding the carving. So if you're going to hold your knife in your right hand because you're right-handed, the glove will go on your left hand. If you're left-handed, reverse. And then on your non-glove wearing thumb, some people do use thumb guards and other things like that. I use a couple layers of sports tape. Overall, the tape just works better for me. But I know a lot of people who really like the thumb guards. For me, it's just a little too bulky. And I just don't like them, so I don't use them. So you see, that's why I just wrap it around my thumb. Like so. Alright. So yes, if you're going to carve, please do it safely. Please spend the money. Buy yourself a good carving glove. I got this one from Dwayne Gosnell. You can find him online, Dwayne Gosnell carvings.com, I believe, or you can probably just Google it and it would come up. He's also on Facebook if you need to send him a message. It's like 11 bucks. Like, an $11 spent today will save you $3,000 tomorrow when you have to get stitches. So, or the loss of filling in your hand, or the loss of a finger. And cutting your thumb is just always a bad idea. So we're gonna carve this guy. I'm gonna do a video about my carving box eventually, but not so much today. So, for this project we're going to use mostly a knife. Again, Scandinavian flat plane carvers. We use our knives more regularly than anything else, with the occasional use of some gouges. I'm going to be using a new knife got from Helvey Knives, Holly and Rich Smithson out of Indiana? Question mark. It's the Floyd Radigan style handle with a the thicker blade stock, which is what I like. I like the natural wood. So we're using that knife, and then if I pull out a different tool, I'll briefly go over what it is. We're going to be using that mostly today. Glove on the left hand, handy dandy pencil. So the first thing we're going to do is kind of mark it up, so I kind of can see what I'm doing here. I highly doubt you're going to be able to see any of these pencil marks. Tell you what, I'll try to bring it closer to the camera. Maybe you'll be able to see them, maybe you won't. But basically I'm just dividing up, this is obviously his head, this is going to be his neck and shoulders. So I drew a quick little line there to show me the, making the separation from his face and head. The rest of the bust, same thing on the other side. And then I did this right here to just show the separation between the hat and the head. It's not fancy. I'm going to be carving a little awkwardly today so it can be in focus. Normally I don't carve this way. If you're going to pick up carving, it's important to be comfortable. So if I do get a little out of focus from time to time, I do apologize. So first thing we're going to do is the person that I guess first inspired me, Gene Messer over on YouTube. We're going to set our boundaries is what he always called it. And basically what we're going to do, we're going to make some stop cuts. And I'm going to be making a video about what all these different cuts are. I guess like a more basic instructional video. This is for carving for more for the more advanced carver, admittedly. So if you're a beginner, I encourage you to watch it, and I also encourage you to try it out. But if you don't know what a stop cut is yet, give me to the weekend, or find someone else on YouTube. There's all kinds of people on YouTube who've done videos about the different cuts. Honestly, I'll just be repeating myself anyway. Alright, so for the first thing we're going to do, I guess I should point out this is a pattern from Harley Westfall. I don't remember the book, so one of his books. You should go buy them all. Yeah, you can find them on Amazon. So the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to start bringing this face in. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Assuming that you can see that pretty well. We're making sweeping cuts on each side of the bridge of the nose here to start bringing the face in. Then we're going to come down to the lower half here where the beard is, or where the beard will be rather. Make some push cuts. A few pull cuts there. And we're just going to start shaping him up here a little bit. This is going to be a fairly quick video. I hope to have it done. Well, I don't know. I can only take 10 minutes at a time, but so when it gets to the point where we're not really doing anything new, we'll probably just cut the video off. And we're just going to go ahead. We're going to keep bringing it down. The head is separating it from the shoulder area. We're going to come up here and start to set our boundaries for that hat. Now a lot of people, I guess this is an opportune time, a lot of like your more traditional American folk artsy style carvings, they will use something called a soft V. This is a 3/8 soft V. And what they'll do is instead of where I'm using a knife for this separation here, they'll use the V tool for more separation. We'll go over what the difference between a soft V and a sharp V is in the toolbox video that I plan on doing hopefully this weekend. And then you see you can just kind of use it to move the wood around there. And it will, I mean, it virtually does the same thing as using a knife. I just like using a knife because that's the style of carving I do. But that's a 3/8 soft V by OCC Tools. Okay, I'm still going to come in here underneath where I just use that V and divide it a little better with the knife. That just shows the different style of carving that a lot of people do. Some people use V tools and gouges and stuff more than they use a knife, and some people will use a knife only. I consider myself kind of a hybrid. I'll use 60% knife, I would argue, and then probably 40% gouges and V tools. I use the whatever is most convenient to get the job done, frankly. Alright, so it's going to be where it's going to get a little boring, and I didn't almost cut myself, but I just busted my thumb on the piece of wood. Well, that tape is important. So there's really not much to talk about as far as what we're doing. We're shaping the face. We have to decide whether or not he's going to have like a fat face, a skinny face. You gotta keep in mind, his beard, how we want it flowing, etc. We're going to bring it down just a little bit more. And then we'll get to working on that hat. I kind of want him to have, what do you call that style of beard? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to. I want him to have kind of a skinny beard. Alright, whatever. So, it's also worth noting, I guess, this is a piece of probably 1.25 inches, inch and a half. We'll say 1.5 inch thick basswood. I traced the profile on the block, cut it out on my bandsaw, and yeah. And there is my 9-minute timer. I should probably have that on vibrate. But we will be right back with part 2.